get started with this video, don't forget to like this video, comment on this video, and subscribe. Like it, share it, do that, okay? Do it for me. Y'all ain't got nothing else to do on the quarantine. What up, everybody? What up, everybody? What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. Everybody, let's talk about it. What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. Let's talk about it. This is Insecure, Season 4, Episode 4, Lowkey, Losing It. What I really liked about this episode is that this show does a really good job of showing you the breakdown in communication between friends and how friendships can fall apart, and the microaggressions. It be small stuff. When you have a friend that's your whole life, that's been your friend a really long time, it's small stuff. It's never stuff that's big unless you're just a trash friend, but you wouldn't be friends that long if that was the case. So it's always little small things. Story time. Me and my best friend. I have a best friend that's been my friend since we were in the 7th grade, y'all. She lives in Houston. She lives in Katy, actually. Katy is a little suburb outside of Houston, but it's right there. Literally, this is Houston. You drive, one exit away, now you in Katy. So we had fell out kind of and it was kind of like this situation because it wasn't just like this. It was more like I was reaching out, and I'm making deposits in the friendship bank, but she wasn't making no deposits in the friendship bank. Okay, now I'm gonna preface because we from Louisiana. I'm from the land to say that then. So I'm not the type of person to sit on my feelings for too long. But because she was my best friend, I did not want to have a full-on drag-out argument with her. It's like I avoided the confrontation because it's your friend and you don't want to lose a friend. I literally just stopped calling her. I was like, I'm not going to keep reaching out. I'm not going to keep making the effort, and she don't make the effort. And what made me so upset is because, now this is how it ties in with the show, is because she lives in Katy. I live in Houston. She has new friends in Katy. She got a whole life, friends, everything she's made out there. And you will drive all the way downtown to go see your homegirl that live downtown. You go to the concert, you be going all over the place. But anytime I call you, you don't answer the phone. Anytime I ask you to go somewhere, it's too far. You're not coming for whatever reason. Everybody else's birthday party, you front and center. But my birthday, our birthdays are really close. But my birthday, when I invite you, you don't come. It's like because I'm the friend for so long, it wasn't like she was doing it on purpose, but it's like you take advantage of your friends. That's what you do. You've been friends with them your whole life. And eventually, when I stopped talking to her, once she realized that I wasn't around no more, she realized, I do need to make deposits in the friendship bank. And eventually, we worked it out and we're fine today. Like, that's my girl. It wasn't even no knockdown, drag out whenever it all came out or whatever. It was just, I feel like as a friend, you neglected me. You know what I mean? You with your other friends, a bitch was jealous. I felt some kind of way, okay? You out here making all these new friends, going to all their events, but you won't even come out your house for me. You know what I mean? So I felt a way about that. And, I wasn't perfect either. It was some ways I could have been more there for her that I wasn't there for her. You know what I'm saying? So we was both kind of being lazy, even though I feel like I wasn't being, But y'all understand. So I really like how this show shows you the small things and you can feel for each character. I feel like both of them are wrong, okay? And we can identify and understand why each person is mad, when these little small interactions happen. So that's enough of me talking. We already about 4 minutes in it now, so let's go ahead and get to it. We start off with the tenant storm in Issa's apartment because the water got turned off today, and she was supposed to give the tenants 24-hour notice, which she did not do, and they are pissed about it. Trina, y'all, I forgot to say Trina was on the Thanksgiving episode last week. If you seen Trina and her son, they pulled up at Kelly's house. So Trina and Kelly friends, child, I cannot. Trina and her son, they sure was at Kelly's house last week for Thanksgiving with the aunties. But Trina is the leader of the pack. Everybody comes in and they're all mad. Now the little boy talking about, how old are you? First thing that came out my mouth was, I'm old enough to beat your ass. But then everybody gonna get mad when we say that. Okay, he could say something smart to me, but when I say something smart back, now everybody wanna fight. She used to say she gonna take care of it, but with everything else that's going on, I don't know if she actually ever did. And Molly is at home, she's working. It was weird because it was like the beginning of the day and then it was nighttime. But anyway, she got some rollers in her hair, she working. Andrew comes over and she a little funky, she a little, spicy. So sis gotta go wipe it down real quick, get herself together. And her and Andrew come in, they huggy face, kissy face, they're about to get busy. He about to clap them cheeks. And she can't focus. So some things that she needs to finish up with her work. So she tell him, can you just give me till 9 o'clock? I promise I'll be all yours after that. He like, cool, it's nothing. So he lays down, he goes to bed, and she goes to work. And when she looks up, it's like 1:47 in the morning. So she goes back to get into bed with him. And you know, he obliges her. He give her some of that egg roll. And I was here for it. I was like, I want to see what Andrew looked like under them covers. Because when he was laying in that bed, baby, he looked real good. When she climbed back in the bed, I was like, he looked like a nice chicken cutlet right here. He looking real, you know what I'm saying, teriyaki-ish right here on this bed. He looked real good, baby. So, her and Andrew, you know, they got their thing on. Then we see Issa at home, and she's trying to get, you know, these last minute things together for the block party. And she gets a call from the person who make the flyers. And he's telling her that he needs to get the final, you know, notes or whatever for the flyer by 5 p.m. today so that he's able to make them in time. And so she gets off the phone and she calls Condola, or she texts Condola. She goes to text Condola, and she kind of notices that she done text Condola about 3 or 4 times. Condola ain't text her back. Okay, Condola ain't text her back. So, baby, I don't know what done transpired with her and Lawrence, but clearly Condola is feeling some type of way about this whole situation, and she's not responding to her. She did respond one time and said, I'm going to call you when I get off of work, but apparently that never happened. So Issa picks up the phone, calls her, leaves her a nice message saying, did you get the, you know, proofs? I need to send them by 5 o'clock today. Let me know something, X, Y, and Z. Hangs up with her. And so I'm a little out of order, y'all, but just roll with me, okay? So Molly is at her job, and it seems as if she's getting along better with her coworkers. So that's a, you know, a hill we have crossed or whatever. She is going on friendly banter. They talking about this guy Bennett in the office, and do he like to date white girls, basically. Do he date Abigail's and Karen's because he play the guitar and he eat a lot of salad and shit. You know what I'm saying? So they going back and forth. It's just a little girl, you know, banter. And one of the ladies has to go because her kids is at home and she got to go home, you know. And so she gets up to leave, and the other lady kind of volunteers Molly to stay with her and finish the work, even though Molly had a plan for a listening party or something like that with Andrew. Well, actually, she didn't volunteer her. She asked her, didn't you have a listening party to go to? And she was like, I mean, no, you know, I can cancel it. So she cancels on Andrew again. This is like the second time this has happened this episode. The second time she's kind of pushed him off to the side this episode. So Issa and Molly are arriving to Tiffany's house. Everybody is there to see the baby, okay? And as they're getting there, Issa pulls up and she's about to back into a parking spot. And then Molly comes in like she gonna drive into the parking spot. And so they back. First of all, it was Issa parking spot. If you see me pull up and put my reverse lights on, I'm about to reverse into this parking spot. Even more so because when when Issa finally gave in and just said, I'm going to drive around the block, which I wouldn't have did. But when she finally did that, what did Molly do? Pull up and back into the parking spot. So, girl, if it was your parking spot, you could have just rolled your ass up in there like you was trying to do, sis. Like, no, she was just... And then Issa did say, I'm going. See, this is miscommunication. I'm going. Meaning like, I'm going to park. Molly is thinking, I'm going as in, I'm leaving. You can have the parking spot. So they're just trying to give us a little bit, like how much of a communication breakdown these two people are having between each other. Okay, they can't even communicate effectively when it comes to parking. So as Issa is walking up to Tiffany's door, Nathan calls her and he left a message. He just saying, you know, hey, you know, I heard about your block party, everything, you know, I'm so proud of you. Basically, congratulations. You ain't got to call me back. I just hope everything is good. Like, that's dope. And so she hangs up the phone and, you know, she seems fairly happy enough, like it's not that really big of a deal. And Molly says something to her. Oh, she said, well, you know, you should be thanking me for letting me, Issa says to Molly, you should be thanking me for letting you have that parking spot. She was like, how you going to take a spot that was already mine? How you was going to give me something that was already mine? Molly. See, y'all, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't really like Molly's character. And I feel like I'm biased a bit, even though I understand that Issa is trash, Molly is trash. Both of them don't know how to talk to each other. They both got the same issues and they don't know how to communicate. So it's like making everything worse. I just don't like Molly's character that much, okay? Because like I told y'all last time, I don't handle my friends like this. I don't antagonize my friends like that. You see me backing into a parking spot hole, and if I tell you, you better tell me thank you for letting your parking spot. If you would have told me, how you gonna give me something that's already mine? See, that would have been a fight. That would have been an argument. So I don't have them kind of friends. I don't have them kind of friends, okay? So, like, I just don't care for Molly in general because Molly go too hard. She's too aggressive. And I get that, you know, it's your friend of 20, 10, 15 years, however long they've been friends. So, you know, you're going to handle them with less care maybe than you would handle a newer friend or somebody you didn't know as well. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, it's a little bit more reckless because y'all know each other already. But I just don't like Molly like that. I mean, I just don't care for her at all, even though I felt for her sometimes. They talk about self-care Sunday. She asked her if she let her yoga mat, and they ain't been able to do it because they've been working. They kind of just patronizing each other at this point because neither one of them want to do that self-care Sunday because they don't want to be bothered with each other. But they say, you want to do it? You want to do it? Yeah. Let's figure out a time when all of this calms down. So, you know that shit ain't going to happen. So Lawrence and Derek are talking about the baby and, you know, how the baby going eventually, he going to have to get his shotgun together because somebody going to try his baby. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. And Lawrence is kind of just, you know, saying, man, y'all going to be good. Y'all playing everything. Y'all got y'all life together. Like, it's going to be great. You know, don't even worry about nothing. He was like, I mean, we ain't planning on having her, you know, we plan on traveling and buying a house and all of that, but you know, it kind of came unexpected, but I wouldn't have it any other way. So this is Derek telling him, he's saying when it's worth it, you should make it work. And so Lawrence is pondering. Now, is he pondering about a corona or is he pondering about Issa? Is he pondering about, you know, condolences? Or is he pondering about Issa? We don't know. Who he's trying to make work with what? You know what I'm saying? So I kind of feel like it's a red herring and we think they're going to get back together and they're going to play us. I don't know. Tiffany, Kelly, Molly, and Issa, they're talking about Tiffany's delivery and she's telling them that nobody will listen to her. She had a blood clot. She passed out and found out she had a blood clot. This is kind of bringing, you know, forth that issue what people have of, you know, not listening to black women like Serena, you know, almost died. And a lot of people, that happens to a lot of black women. They think we can take pain. They think we don't know what we're talking about. They think that, you know what I mean? And they don't pay you attention and you often end up in a worse situation because of it. So I like how the show try to bring a little light to this issue because it is a serious issue and it affects primarily black women, okay? So she says, thank God for Derek. You know, he's been there. He's been supporting her. And Molly throws in a little tidbit about Andrew. Yes, because, you know, me and Andrew, you know, I've been working so much and he's been so supportive. Like, he is my rock, girl. Like, Molly remind me of that friend. You know that one whole friend you got, and soon as she get a boyfriend or as soon as she get married, now she holy. Now she posted quotes all day when you know you was pee-popping in a handstand 3 weeks ago, but now you got a husband or now you got a boyfriend and now you a beacon of advice, okay? Molly get on my nerves. She get on my nerves. And so Issa was like, girl, I see you with this red table talking. She made a joke. It was shade though. Okay, so I felt Molly went, this how I felt. It was shade, but it was shade that you should have just took off the shoulder, bitch, because you was just messing with that lady husband. Let's not get twisted.
Don't forget, you was messing with the lady husband.
You screwed the lady husband in the bathroom when the lady was at the table. You got mad when the lady got pregnant from her own husband. Okay, so I done just took that one and just, you know, you got me. Touche, my nigga, touche. And just went on about my business. But she brought it up. Now she looked pressed, okay? So she brings it up like it's an issue. Like, I was just saying X, Y, and Z. And Issa was like, girl, it was a joke, girl. It was a joke. Relax. And everybody looking at Molly like, girl, what's your tea? What's wrong with you? So she folds up some towels, and Issa gets up like, where did these towels go? And here go Molly. Well, you wasn't here last week, so we decided the towel was going to go by the... Issa was like, okay, girl, okay. And that's how I be, y'all. With your friend, like, bitch, ain't nobody okay, everybody know I wasn't here. You making an announcement, tell people I wasn't here, girl. Okay, where to put the towels, girl? Ain't nobody asked you all that. Molly gets up and leaves and goes with Tiffany, and Issa stays to talk to Kelly. So she kind of, you know, says, hey, has Molly said anything to you? And Kelly is like, no, she ain't said nothing to me. She was like, wait a minute. You had sex with Andrew. She was like, no, girl. And Kelly just keep going on and like, girl, no, I didn't do none of that. No. And she was like, well, what the hell is it then? She's like, I don't know. I just feel like she's been on my neck. You know, it's just been little things. You know, every time I say something, she got to say something back. You know, I don't know what the problem is. And Kelly says, well, it sounds like you need to talk to her. I mean, it sounds like y'all just having some communication issues and y'all just need to talk to each other. And she's like, she see me like she see me. Okay? This is a problem, especially when you have friends that's been your friend your whole life. People that's been in your life your entire life. They know you, and it's hard. Sometimes your friend can limit your growth, by seeing you one way. But I do think that Issa needs to talk to her. You got to say, girl, you only see me one way. I need you to open your eyes and see that I'm more than your fuck up friend. Because that's really what it is. She wants her to see her as a capable, responsible woman just like she is, and not question her and be her friend and not try to be her mom and her auntie, even though Issa has a history of doing stuff that's backwards, that's messy. I get that. I get why Molly is pressed, but at a certain point, you ain't her mama. Issa a grown woman. Just be her friend and be there to support her. Period. Ain't no sense that you getting all upset about everything. So, anywho, Lawrence comes in and, Lawrence tells her that he needs to talk to her for a second. So as they going to walk outside, we see Tiffany and Molly. They upstairs. Molly is looking out the window and she automatically assumes, like she already shaking her. So here you go. Molly is doing this. Molly is doing it. Molly is seeing Issa this one way. You jumped to so many conclusions. All they're doing is standing outside talking to each other. Now, Lawrence might have another motive, but as far as we know, Issa don't know what the hell going on. You know what I'm saying? That she just friendly chatting with her ex-boyfriend. It ain't nothing going on besides that. We haven't even seen her have a feeling like, man, I want to get back together with him. It was more like, man, I wish that I had him when he was like that. But, we not together no more. So, oh well. I haven't really felt that I want to get back together with Lawrence vibe from her at all. So if that's her, if that's what it is, it's on Lawrence's part. Molly is being very judgmental. She's looking out the window and she talks to Tiffany about it, basically saying that she's trying to take everything in stride. She's trying to just take everything as it happens. And Tiffany is like, okay, well, good for you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever make you happy. And she's like, well, did Issa talk to you? And she's like, well, no, she didn't talk to me about nothing. Well, because she always saying I don't want to be happy. She said, I just find it funny that she keep calling me the old Maya, but she right outside doing old Issa shit right now. And basically, when I know it's going to blow up, and when it blow up, she going to rope me in on it. She need to realize that she not the only person with stuff going on in their life. Now, I do realize that Issa and them haven't been as close, but this one I don't understand about Molly. Seems very entitled to me. Issa been your friend your whole life. You been saving her. She been the down and out friend your whole time. Y'all been friends. This girl been absent from your life for what, 6 months planning this thing, and you act like the whole damn world gonna fall apart. You act like because she not available to you whenever you need her to be, because you do stuff for her. Is that what the currency is of the relationship? I help you out, so you there for me all the time, and when you can't be there for me, now I feel some type of way. Molly needs to realize she ain't the only person with stuff going on in her life. Issa is trying to grow. Issa is trying to do better. Instead of hating on her, I just don't know why you can't support her. You know what I mean? You always got something funky to say. And my thing is, I just don't deal in passive aggressiveness. So this whole show, it be frustrating me, y'all, because I just be like,
tell her. Say it to her.
Tiffany tells her that it sounds like there's a communication breakdown and they need to talk to each other. I mean, which is duh at this point. Lawrence and Issa are outside and they just having regular small talk. How you doing? This, that, and the other. And she tells him that she hasn't heard from Condola. She been reaching out, but she haven't heard nothing back. And so he goes to tell her, well, I kind of need to tell you something. And she gets a phone call. So he tells her to take the call. She take the call, and we find out that Schoolboy Q, her headliner, has dropped out. And so now she kind of flustered, she cursing. And so he's like, just don't worry about it. I'll tell you another time. Just wait till everything calms down, handle your business or whatever. And they kind of let it go. So I really think he gonna tell her that Condola don't want to work with her no more because her and Lawrence is trying to make that work. Instead of everybody thinking he gonna say he want to get back together with Issa. I don't think that's gonna be what it is, y'all. I could be wrong, but I don't think that's what it is. And I'm gonna tell you why. Insecure got renewed for a 5th season. I truly believe that's going to be the last season of Insecure because they can't keep going around and around and around the bend. And I think if Lawrence and Issa are going to get back together, that's going to be end game. I think whatever he has to tell her, he won't be able to tell her. And something's going to happen that's going to keep them apart until the end of next season, which I personally believe will be the last season. Okay, because Issa has so many things going on. So does the girl who played Molly, I can't think of her name, that young lady. So does Natasha Rothwell. She also has a lot of things going on. I truly think that next season is probably going to be the last season. So I think her and Lawrence getting back together is end game. I don't think it's going to happen this season, but I could be wrong. The girls are getting everything, you know, cleaning up, helping Tiffany clean out the refrigerator. Issa comes back in here, Molly with an attitude, because as soon as Kelly said, where's Issa? She was like, not here. I'm like, girl, you are doing a lot, sis. You're doing too much for me. And so when Issa comes back in, everybody quiet, shushing her because the baby chilling. And she like, oh, my bad. You know, that I walk into something and Molly got an attitude. She looking at her with the stank face because of Lawrence. And she's like, y'all, I gotta go. I got something came up, like I have to leave right now. And Molly sees Lawrence leaving, so she automatically assumes that she's leaving to go run off and sneak off with Lawrence like a dummy, which is just like, girl, I just don't automatically think the worst of the people that I love the most. You know, maybe that's just me. I don't know. Here she go, judging her, being shady, not knowing the information, jumping to conclusions, doing too damn much, okay? So she got a whole, this bitch was making so many beatboxing noises, girl. I thought she was damn Run DMC, okay? So Issa having an issue. Her and Mirror bitch ain't even getting along. So she trying to get Mirror bitch to hype her up, and Mirror bitch is like, girl, I got stuff going on, okay? It's real life issues going on over here, girl. I don't have time for you. Okay, move. I was like, Issa, girl, you letting the Mirror bitch punk you? You letting your own self punk you? How you do that? How that happen? And she gets on Instagram and she kind of starts to brainstorm. She thinks about artists, local artists from LA. So she starts looking up people and sending messages and trying to call people. This was a funny segment. I love how the dude's like, call him with your nasty ass. What's up? He was like, I'm saved. And she was like, oh, my bad. What's up, bitch? I ain't gonna lie, I do that to my friend. I be like, what's up, ho? And it's the wrong number. I'm sorry, ma'am. You have a wonderful day. That segment was cute to me, okay? We see Molly and Andrew. They're at dinner at this nice fancy restaurant. I think it's like a sushi restaurant or something. And so she starts talking about the night and telling him she really appreciates him. And, you know, they're going to do this tonight. They're going to do that. And what about this? And so he tells her, listen, I was going to hang out with my homeboys later on. I thought you was going to have to work later. And she was like, well, what do you mean? I thought it was date night. And he was like, well, every other date night you be canceling, girl, to go to work, sis. Like, I thought you was going to go to work tonight too. So I just made other plans. And so one thing that Molly did good, though, was she didn't blow up the spot. Typically, when Molly doesn't get her way after she's really put somebody on the back burner, basically, she typically explodes because she's spoiled. But she did not do that. So she is trying to do better on the relationship front. I'm going to give Molly that. She's trying to be different than she has been in the past, okay? So she did not blow up the spot. She's just said, okay, don't call him, don't cancel. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? Not tonight. I'm going to let you rock because I know y'all been messing up. But we will talk about this, okay? All right. Issa finds an artist, and while she's getting some lunch, she finds this artist, and he's repped by Live Nation. And so we know that Andrew works for Live Nation, and so she calls Molly on her job, and she says, girl, I need to talk to you. This is, you know, I went back and forth with people this week. If I call you and say, oh my God, girl, I really need to talk to you. Now, Molly misread that signal as, you know, let's talk about our problems, girl. Let's just talk to each other. But I read it as, girl, I really need to talk to you. And then you immediately start talking about yourself. Girl, I really need to talk to you. Bitch, I could be about to kill myself. Something could be wrong with me. And you immediately start talking about your problems. I called you because I really need to talk to you. I don't need for you to tell me your problems right now. And it's like Molly felt some type of way that Issa was focused on fixing this problem. So much so that when she tells her he pulled, she's like, well, why? What did you do? There you go. Judgment. It's her fault automatically. It's got to be something she did. Did you have a contract? Yes. Did you make the payments? Yes. The next payment wasn't due till next week. We made the payments. Everything on her end was fine. At the 3 questions, Issa was like, look, I need you to help me. I'm trying to fix this, okay? So can you ask Andrew? Now, do I feel like Molly should have asked Andrew? I don't know. I feel like Molly has the right to say, I don't want to be asking my boyfriend to do things for you, because if it don't work out, then, you know, it's going to be a problem for everybody. You know, every time you see him, you're going to have an attitude. It's going to be a problem for our relationship. So I would rather just keep that shit separate. I do feel like Issa feels entitled to Molly. She feels entitled to Molly's help because Molly has always helped her. Molly done gave her money to pay her bills before. They ain't never stayed together, but you know, Molly has helped her because Molly is able to help her. So I think that she's kind of gave her the big sister role. She don't want to have, it's crazy how she don't want to seem incompetent, but then at the same time, you want to call her when you need her, when it's convenient. You haven't called her to say, hey, y'all haven't had self-care Sunday. So if I was Molly, I'm not necessarily mad at Molly for saying no. In the same vein, if this is my best friend and been my friend for over years and years, and you only been dating this dude for, have they been dating for 6 months, y'all? You know what I'm saying? It was Thanksgiving, the last episode. So Thanksgiving, and they about to have, she said on a preview in April, right? A block party. No, in January. It ain't been that long. It ain't been 6 months. If it's somebody you ain't been with for 6 months, and it's your longtime friend, and my friend said, hey, can you ask your boyfriend if, you know, he knows somebody who rep this person, or does he know of any artist that's available? I'm trying to, it's not like they ain't gonna get paid. It's not like, you know, the event isn't legitimate. If I was Issa straight up, I wouldn't even ask Molly. I would have went straight to Andrew, because this is some business shit. They don't have nothing to do with personals, okay? This is business stuff. So why call her when you can just call him? You know him. You don't know him super well, but you do know him. So it's like, just call him, girl. So I feel Molly a little bit on, now you calling me to ask me to do something for you, but you ain't had shit to say to me for all of this time. But I feel Issa on, I got a lot of shit to do. I don't have time to sit around and talk to you right now. You know what I mean? And as a friend, you should understand that, being that I've always been available for you anytime you needed me to be available for you. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Y'all, I'm a little torn on that one. You know, I'm kind of like 50-50. I don't know. What y'all think about that? You think that Molly should have did the favor for her, or Molly was right in saying no? I kind of understand both sides of the coin for this one. Molly goes over to Andrew's house, and they kind of rectify their situation. He tells her, he just don't know where he fits into her life, and now that they're out of the honeymoon stage, he doesn't know if their schedules would gel. This has definitely happened to me in the dating world. As grown people be having kids, jobs, after school activities, church, functions, they have friends, and when people get into their 30s, they are set, they get set. You know, people don't like to change their life. It's a deterrent to me if I meet a guy and he doesn't want to make time for me, or I got to always be the one initiate. No, I mean, to be in somebody's life, you got to let them in. You know what I mean? You got to let them in. You can't book them as an afterthought all the time. You got to let them in your life, you know? So, she says that she's sorry. You know, she apologized. She said that she's trying to do better. Basically, she's never been in a relationship this long before to even get to this point, you know, where she had to integrate the person into her life. So she wants to work on it. He said he want to work on it, so they gonna work on it. They look really happy, and she tells him that he is her priority. I said, oh, okay. As Issa is coming home into her apartment, she gets a call from Molly, and Molly tells her that, listen, I didn't ask him, and I don't think I'm going to. And Issa is like, well, why not? And she was like, well, I just want to keep this parts of our life separate. So now what she's saying this is what I'm thinking, okay? Y'all tell me what y'all think. Now, what I hear you say, come on, Yana Benzet, what I hear you saying is, this person is very important to me. I don't want to jeopardize this relationship by possibly having a bad business situation going between the two of you. So I'm going to keep it separate, okay? I think what Issa is hearing is, I'm choosing my significant other over you. By not helping you, if you watch the after show, she said this literally, by not helping you, Issa feels like I'm basically rooting for your downfall. I do feel, like I said, I just don't like Molly. So it's a certain aspect of me, which I know is not true. I know her character don't want Issa to fail. But the way the actress is playing it is almost like she will be happy if Issa fails, just so she could glow and throw it in her face. because it's like she been taking shots and shots and shots and shots at the girl, the event, not even nothing to do with their friendship. It's just she been taking shots over and over and over and over again at the event and everything. So my thing was, Molly, Issa don't even know Molly told Andrew it was a homegrown event. Okay, she don't know that. You've been hating on the event to Andrew, so maybe that's why she don't want to go to Andrew, because she done talked about your ass to Andrew and how trifling and bootleg your event is. So he might not be interested in helping. You never know. But, you know, the way she's playing the character, it's almost like you would, you know what I mean? Like if everything went bad and your friend was a disaster, instead of being a supportive friend and just letting her make it. People get relationships, things change. Your relationships change. We're gonna see Tiffany Kelly's relationship change, okay? She has a baby, she can't go out at night no more. You know what I mean? Certain things that she's not gonna be able to do with your single friend unless you come to her house or you're going somewhere that's kid friendly, because she is not the same. And so when Molly gets into a healthy, solid relationship, them two can't commiserate over fuck niggas no more. They can't do that no more. You know what I'm saying? So their relationship has to evolve. And I think that's what we're seeing throughout these episodes. So I want to hear what you thought about this episode. I know this video was kind of long, but I just want to talk to y'all today. We ain't got nothing else to do on the quarantine. No, but so y'all holler at me next week. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm finna go watch The Last Dance, these 2 new episodes. All right, I'll holler at y'all. Peace.